Good morning, my friends. Here we are for another episode of Frustrated to Freedom. I'm Bill Morrow, and I'm your guide on your way to your freedom. Now, today we have come to a crossroads sort of thing. We're on episode 59, and the title we have chosen is Where Are You Now? Which is a sensible question. It's a case of, are you progressing? Are you lost? Are you wandering? What's actually happening? Where are you now? Are you getting the idea behind this mindset thing? As we go through the various books, they change ideas, and it does get a little bit confusing as to which direction we're going in. But I think if you look at it, stand back and look at the whole process, it's going forward, it's thinking in the mental attitude, it's thinking in the stages so that your mind is doing the thinking for you. You set the scene in this subconscious, and you set the scene by repeating autosuggestion. You repeat what's going on. Now, one of the things that was very similar to this, in cinemas, when we all used to go to the cinemas, they used to have what they called subliminal advertising. That was, there'd be one frame with a picture in it to remind something your subconscious. And the classic used to be, just before the ice cream girl came around, you'd get a blazing sunlight or something like that, but it was a flash. You didn't actually see it, but your mind saw it, and that gave you that, oh damn it, yes, exactly what we want. That was subliminal suggestion. Now we're doing a similar sort of thing here. We're doing auto-suggestion. We keep repeating a subject, we set the scene, we repeat a subject, we tell it, we tell our minds, we tell ourselves how much we've achieved and what we have achieved and where we are. And that then leaves your mind to solve the problem. You don't sit there and think all the time. Your mind just does it for you. You see, if you have a weakness, it's the thoughts that are negative thoughts that are in there that are causing that sort of weakness. These are the things we know right from the start that we don't want. We don't need the negative suggestions and the negative thoughts. Everything we deal with is positive. That's the way we're going. Now, as we said many times before, it's taken us X number of years to get to this situation, get to this stage where you are now. So that's been a massive amount of teaching, learning, auto-suggestions, all sorts of things going right and going wrong for you to get to this stage. But in most cases we didn't realize what we were doing. But now we can use our own minds to benefit us. And that is exactly what we're doing. So with the mindset, the auto-suggestion and the mindset, the combination of all these things, we go forward. Now, the big thing about it, where you are now, is knowing where you are. And another big factor we should be using is imagination. Whoa, as kids, imagination was everywhere. We were flying to the stars and we were doing all sorts of things. That wasn't the brain being active. That was us being active. And your mind did everything. Oh, I was in a spaceship, yeah. Weren't you? I was in a submarine. I was in all of those things. Your mind was going crazy everywhere. And imagination, and as they've said in this book, it is the workshop of the mind. This is where everything happens, everything churns around, is in the imagination. So the combination of imagination and the thoughts, thinking those pictures, and the pictures again, the pictograms, are again one of the most important features. The clearer you can see the picture, the better it is for your benefit. And this is it. And your imagination, we can hear things like your imagination is working overtime and all that. But it is working. And that's the big benefit. Where you'll get the people who never think about anything, they'll read a book or read a bigger bus timetable, and that's as far as they go. And they think the world owes them a living. You get your living by working at the task, the job, the skill that you put into your mind. And this is something else that we are doing, my friends. We are now gaining the skill of using our thoughts and our minds to produce the benefits that we want in the mindset. And that allows us to carry on and to gain everything from where we are going. So where are we now? We are well on our way to the final goal, which is to be able to get our website and get our income from our website. And this is the whole process that we're looking forward to. And remember, we've all got one of these in mind somewhere. That's what we need. So let's carry on and think. Imagination. So it's got to be, there's creative imagination. There's two types. You've got existing ideas, which is called the systematic imagination. All these technical terms. So you've got your normal imagination, which you've got everything going on in, and the creative imagination, which, like us going to the planets, is creating from nothing. And that's what it is. So you transform what we're thinking about into physical things. Specialized plans, information, everything goes forward to that through the systematic imagination. But again, the whole process is forever weaving, twisting, turning and changing. But the process is we have got to be in control. We then tell the subconscious what we have achieved. Remember what we have achieved. So it's still the same: thoughts, plans, action, imagination, subconscious. Talk about it, telling it what you want and what you have achieved. So that's the process we're going through, and that's the process we'll continue on. So imagination, think about it. See you tomorrow, my friends.